Welcome to Iowa Live on this Monday, the 340th day of 2021. You can believe only 25 days left of 2021. Boy, things have zipped right by, haven't they? But how about we talk to somebody who's going to help you in planning for the future? We're talking about your retirement future. Sean Honkamp is joining us from Merkle Retirement Planning to talk about what they can really do for you. Sean, how are you, my friend?
Lou, I'm doing wonderful. Great to see you.
Well, great to see you as well. And we're talking about retirement, and it's going to be here before you know it. But you really need to have a game plan, don't you? And you need to have somebody help you plan it out.
Yeah, it was crazy when you made the comment there about only 25 days left in 2021. It caught me off guard a little bit. It's the nature of life and what we do. We know that retirement sneaks up on people. We start working in our 20s and we don't even think about it. We're not thinking about, do we have enough to save? And then before you know it, you're in your 50s, you're in your 60s, and you're thinking more and more about retirement.
All right, now we're talking about retirement planners, and I'm sure you get bombarded with questions all the time. What in the world is a retirement planner?
Yeah, that's a great question, Lou. Obviously, just in the nature of what we do, we are retirement planners. So we do get that question a lot. Most of the families that we get the opportunity to visit with and then potentially work with have an accumulation advisor. They have an advisor that they've used in that accumulation advisor, and then they get to meet us. And a lot of times it is, well, what exactly is a retirement planner? That is what our firm is. So as a retirement planner, we help our families build comprehensive retirement plans. The big difference between us and the previous experience that a lot of families have is that we always start with a plan. We get to know our families. We get to understand what stage of life they're in. We want to understand what your concerns are, and we help them develop a plan. There's 6 main principles that are a part of our plan. The one that is kind of at the top of the house is a lifestyle plan. That's what drives a lot of these other decisions that people are going to be making in their pre-retirement and retirement stages of life. The other components are the investment plan, there's an income plan, there's the tax planning, there's the legacy planning, and then there's the healthcare and long-term care planning.
Yeah, there's a lot of different components there that we have talked about, over the years here on Iowa Live. We appreciate that. But you mentioned accumulation planner or accumulation person. Is that like a stock person? Is that what we're talking about?
It can be. So a lot of times when you're in that accumulation stage of life, which really starts the first time you start saving, whether it's through your employer plans or IRAs. So you may have that stockbroker, or you may have an individual that really helps you do more of the transactional things that you're thinking about or that you may be concerned about when you're in that accumulation stage of life, which generally we think is in that 20s, 30s, 40s, maybe slightly into your 50s. So some individuals or families, they may choose to have that type of relationship when they're in that accumulation stage of life. And that generally is more of an accumulation advisor. And I think a big difference is that accumulation advisors, their focus, their specialty is on investments. They're going to help you manage your investments, help you figure out where to save and how much to be saving, and just help you with those concerns. As retirement planners, that's our specialty, our focus. And one way to be thinking about that is most of us have a general doctor out there, a family physician. They're going to help you with your day-to-day things as you go through a normal year. If at some stage in life you need a surgery or something happens as part of your medical situation, that's generally not your family physician that you're going to. That's where you're going to a specialist. And within the overall financial planning industry, we are specialists, and that specialty being we are retirement planners.
That is a really cool way of looking at that. That really puts it in perspective. So Merkle Retirement Planning, you're the specialists when it comes to making your retirement the best possible. Is that right?
That's right, Lou. Only about 5% of all the advisors out there across the United States commit to the planning process. We've existed for a little over 10 years, and we've been very intentional about being retirement planners and providing that planning process to our families that we work with. It takes a little bit more. I mean, we've got a team here. We've got a team of 16 individuals. our families interact with and have exposure to all 16 team members. We have a specialist that's our director of Medicare. We have our operations team. We've got our marketing team, and then we've got a handful of retirement planners that all have the knowledge and the expertise to be able to provide that planning process to our families.
All right, sounds like people need to have a conversation with Merkle Retirement Planning. What's the easiest way they can do that?
Easiest way is to go to our website, Merkle Retire or merkleplan.com. All of our information is going to be out there. You can reach out to us anytime with a phone call. Our main office number, 515-278-4110.
All right, don't forget about Merkle Retirement Planning on YouTube as well. Sean Honkamp, thank you so much. We will talk to you next time.
Great to see you, Lou. Have a wonderful week.